Hi everyone, I'm Sophie and welcome to my channel, Sophie Lavers Yoga. Today's class is an animal-inspired yoga flow. So we'll do a warm-up, then move through a strong yoga flow full of animal postures and movements, and then come down to the mat for some deeper stretches. Let's really have some fun with this one today. So really enjoying those beautiful animal postures such as upward facing dog, or coming really into that strong eagle, that focus, or that beautiful scorpion with the leg lifted and the knee bent. So really find those postures and, dare I say it, even embody the animal spirit. When you're ready, let's come to child's pose at the back of the mat. Stretching the arms long, coming down to child's pose, finding presence here on the mat. Let's really enjoy our flow today. Have fun with it. Just stretching through the whole back, really coming into the breath, breathing into the back of the body. And then take the arms over to the right, stretching all the way from the fingertips up through the arm, over the shoulder and down to the tailbone. And then walking the hands over to the left, find that beautiful stretch through the back of the body. Really preparing for our class ahead. Then come back through center, walk the hands up, just separate the knees just slightly so they're in line with your hips. Come up to a kneeling position. Then from here, just a gentle hinge back, open the arms a little, draw them back in, then chin tucks towards the chest, round through the body, crown of the head comes to the mat. Let's take that 2 more times. Lifting nice and high, open wide, switching on through the core, coming back to center, rounding through the spine. Last time, lifting high, open wide, back to center, rounding through the spine. Finding your tabletop position, wrist directly under shoulders, knees under hips, finding neutral spine there, core just drawing in slightly. Let's take cat and cow. So pressing through to cat, pushing the mat away like a beautiful cat position, stretching, and then come through to cow. Not quite as graceful, but you get the idea. 3 more times, round through the spine, come through the other way, really pairing the breath with the movement. Exhale and inhale. Last one, exhale and inhale. Then from there, tucking the toes under, coming to bear pose, really pushing the hands into the mat, building strength through the upper body. We come to downward facing dog, stretching back into your downward facing dog. Coming forward once more to bear, knees off, or you can bring them down if that's better for you at this stage of our practice. Then back to downward facing dog. Let's come to our lizard lunge. So bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink those hips a little lower, then place the back knee down, lift the arm high, wrap it behind you. Let's add in a twist here. Just take a moment there, stretching through the spine, bringing the hips through. Tuck the back toes under, lift the arm high, hand comes down, downward facing dog. Let's take the other side, bringing the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink those hips a little lower in your lizard lunge. Bring the back knee down, lift the arm high, wrap it behind you, opening through the chest. Feels good. Lift the arm high, tuck the toes under, hand comes down, downward facing dog. We're taking that all once again. So bring the knees down, walk the hands back, come to your kneeling position, lifting high, drawing in through the core, lightly switching on through the glutes as well. Let's hinge back. Open wide, just a gentle hinge, not going too far today. Keep it easy just for the start of class. Lifting high, open wide, lift, round through the spine. Last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Find your tabletop position. Let's come to cat and cow. Inhale to start, rounding to cat. Coming through to cow. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Last one. Exhale. Really warming up the spine. And inhale. Find bear pose, tuck the toes under, lift the knees off, press back, downward facing dog, finding that beautiful stretch there through the whole back line of the body. Come through, bear pose. Downward facing dog once again. Come to lizard lunge, right hand to the outside of the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sink those hips nice and low. Lifting the arm, take the back knee down, find your stretch. Tuck the back toes under, lift the arm, hand comes down, downward facing dog. Let's take the other side. Left foot to the outside of the left hand, sink those hips nice and low. Drop the knee down, lift the arm, wrap it behind you. Find that beautiful openness through the chest. Hand comes high, back foot lifts off, hand comes down, downward facing dog. Take one full breath here, inhale, exhale, sink the heels down towards the earth. And then from there, just taking a little movement, whatever feels right for you, whether that's pedaling through the feet and stretching through the backs of the legs, or maybe a little bit of side to side movement, stretching into the side body. Then find stillness in your downward facing dog. We'll take sun salutation B, just to keep warming up through the body. So let's bring the right leg through. Find your warrior one. Pressing down through the outside of the back foot, lift the arms. And just for something a little different today, let's bring the hands, the fingertips, to just the back of the head here. Turn to your warrior two, sinking low in the legs. Reverse warrior. So just a gentle tilt back. Come down, bring the elbow to the knee. Hands come down, find your high plank, knees or toes, drawing in the elbows. Come through cobra for the first round. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Let's take the other side. Left leg steps through. A strong warrior one. Deep bend through that front knee. Fingertips come to just the back of the head here. Turning to your warrior two. Sink low in the legs. Reverse warrior. Length through both sides of the body. Bring the elbow towards the knee. Hands come down. Find your high plank, lowering down. Low plank, cobra or upward facing dog. Pull back, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat, step or jump the feet through, whatever you're ready for. Halfway lift. Find that nice flat spine there. Lowering all the way down. Exhale here. We sink into chair pose. Bend the knees, butt comes low, lift the arms. 3 breaths there. Getting stronger. Let's focus. Energy right through those arms, right through the fingertips. One more inhale. On the exhale, bowing down. Halfway lift, inhale. Step or jump back, high, low plank, exhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Pull back, downward facing dog. Let's take the sun salutation B once again. Stepping through with the right, pressing down through the back foot. Lift the arms. Fingertips come to the back of the head. Turn to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, elbow to knee. Hands come down. Exhale as you come through your low plank. Find that beautiful upward facing dog. Pull back, downward facing dog. Stepping through with the left. Warrior one. Fingertips to the back of your head. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Inhale, exhale. High to low plank, cobra or upward facing dog. pull back, downward facing dog. Taking a moment there, taking a few breaths. We're moving it deeper into our practice. From here, something a little different, floating upward facing dog. So this is what it looks like here. If this is too much for you, bring the knees down and stay right here. Then we pull back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts directly behind you, come to scorpion. Bend the top knee, open the hip, keep the chest and shoulders square to the mat. From there, you can always drop down something a little different for a half dolphin. So left forearm comes to the mat. Everyone from there, lifting up, extend the right leg. Leg comes through to the outside of the right hand, lizard lunge. Hold there, one breath, finding that beautiful stretch through the hip flexor. Then we'll take what I call fly the bird. So turning to face me, arms come wide. Find that beautiful expansion across the chest and out through the fingertips to the back of the mat, back to the front of the mat. Hands come down, downward facing dog. We take the other side, floating upward dog. Inhale, exhale, pull back. Lift the left leg, inhale, exhale, find your scorpion. Can you lift that top knee a little higher? We're pressing down a little more through the bottom heel. That's it. You can always come to your half dolphin. Everyone pressing back up. Extend the leg, bring it through, lizard lunge. Sink the hips a little lower there, hold for a breath. Turning away from me, fly the bird. So front of the mat, back of the mat, back to the front of the mat. Hands come down, downward facing dog. Let's take both sides once again. Inhale, floating upward facing dog. Taking options as you need, remember, pull back, downward facing dog. Right leg comes to scorpion. Inhale, exhale, lift that top knee a little higher. You can find your half dolphin. Everyone extending the top leg. Draw it through, lizard lunge. Sink the hips a little lower there. Then from there, you can fly the bird or stalk like a lion. It's a low skandasana, in other words. Hands come down to the mat, working through those adductor muscles. We transfer to the back of the mat. Back to the front of the mat. Hands come to the front of the mat. Pull back, downward facing dog. Other side. Coming through, upward facing dog. Beautiful openness across the chest. Push the mat away. Downward facing dog. Lifting the left leg, find scorpion. Come to your half dolphin if that's for you. Lifting off once again, draw the leg through, lizard lunge, sink the hips low. Turning away from me, fly the bird or stalk like a lion. Hands come down, walking to the back of the mat. Coming back to the front of the mat, moving like a lion. Hands come down. From there, stepping the back foot to the top of the mat. We're moving on. Rolling up through the spine. Nice and slowly. And we're taking a bird sequence. So, everyone grounding down strongly into the right foot. Let's come to eagle pose. Drawing in through the core. Foot comes over. You can either keep the toe on the mat or take it off. Link once at the knee or twice at the ankle. We've got the left leg over, so left arm comes underneath. Link once at the elbows or twice at the wrists. Sinking in. Finding that focus, that ease. Like you're an eagle just riding the wind. Then from there, come to stalk. Standing up as tall as you can. Then we come through pyramid, so left leg comes behind you, slightly turned out, coming through a flat back, find your pyramid. Stay here with pyramid. If you're enjoying that beautiful hamstring stretch through the back of this front thigh, or take the fingertips towards the back foot. And for a fun challenge, we can try flamingo. So for flamingo, drawing in through the core, belly's braced, then we lift the back leg off, pressing into the hands. Hold. That's it. Then wherever you are, lowering down to the mat, we're coming to half pigeon. So turning to face the back of the mat. We've got the left leg in front here, lifting nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, folding forward, half pigeon, enjoying this time to feel grounded after our standing balances. We'll take a few deep breaths there. Then from there, pressing the hands up, rolling back to the top of the mat, standing up on the left foot, eagle pose, grounding down into the left foot, setting the core, taking the right leg across, finding the option that's right for you. If you've got the right leg over, so right arm comes underneath, find that fixed point in front of you, and try and find that sensation, that imagery of that eagle just soaring, flying freely on the wind. One more breath there. And then lifting to stork, nice and tall. Right leg comes back, so that come through your pyramid. Back foot is slightly turned out here. Coming through the flat back, finding that beautiful stretch through the hamstring. And once again, staying right here. It's a beautiful place to be. We'll take the fingertips towards the back toe, drawing in through the core. Let's give it a go, flamingo. Back leg comes off. Then wherever you are, lowering the back leg down, turning to the back of the mat, finding half pigeon. We've got the right leg in front. Inhale, exhale, folding forward. Deep breaths there, bringing the gaze inward into the body. Pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses, it is. Then from there, rolling back to the top of the mat, right leg comes forward. Let's take that once again. So let's move through it a little faster this time. So grounding down through the right leg, crossing the left leg over, settling in, left arm is underneath. Find your eagle, just one breath there. Let's lift to stork. Bringing the left leg back, come through your flat back. Stay with the hamstring stretch, or coming straight to flamingo, drawing in through the core, pressing into the fingertips. Hold for a breath, lowering down, rolling to the back of the mat, finding your half pigeon, left leg in front, inhale, exhale, folding forward. Let's hold for a couple of breaths. And then rolling back to the front, bringing the left leg through, pressing strongly into the left, eagle pose. Core is drawing in, right leg comes over the top, right arm wraps underneath. Find that fixed point in front of you. Find your focus. Lifting the arms, come to stork, as tall as possible. Right leg comes back, flat back through to your pyramid. Choosing your option, staying with pyramid or point the fingers back, drawing in through the core, lifting the back leg off. Flamingo. Dropping down, rolling around to the back of the mat, setting up, half pigeon. Inhale, exhale, folding forward. You'll have to let me know how you go with the transitions with this one. Moving from the front of the mat to the back of the mat, the rights and the lefts. Let me know. I always want to make sure that I make it as smooth as possible for you with your transitions. We want to be able to enjoy our flows without them being taking us out of the practice too much. Then rolling back to the top of the mat. This time, come through tabletop. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. We're going to put those two flows together, to the right, then to the left. Coming through. Floating upward dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts to come to scorpion. dropping down to half dolphin if that's for you. Then everyone lengthening that top leg away, find that beautiful split of the legs, bring the right leg through to the outside of the right hand, take a moment in your lizard lunge. Then choose your option, fly like a bird or stalk like a lion. To the front of the mat, to the back of the mat, back to the front of the mat. Hands come down. From here, we come straight to eagle with the right foot. So coming off, taking the left leg over, sinking in. We've got the left leg over, so left arm comes underneath. Really fix your gaze on that point in front of you. Just like an eagle. Lift to stalk. Left leg comes back. Find your pyramid. If you're coming to flamingo, you know where to go. Leg comes down, dropping to the back of the mat. Find your half pigeon. Inhale, exhale, folding forward. Deep breath, calming back to your tabletop. Downward facing dog. Let's take the left side. Inhale, upward facing dog. Floating upward facing dog. Pull back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, dropping down to half dolphin if that's for you. Everyone, extending that top leg, find that beautiful split. Leg comes through, sinking the hips low. Lizard lunge. Turning away from me, stalking like a lion, or flying like a bird. To the back of the mat, back to the front of the mat. Hands come down, left foot's in front, step the right foot in, lifting off, come to eagle. See if you can make your transitions as smooth and seamless as possible. Right leg is over, so right arm comes under. Fix your gaze, breathe. Lifting to stalk. Right leg comes back. Flowing through a flat back, find your pyramid. Fingertips to the back of the mat. Let me see those flamingos, let's go. Rolling down to the back of the mat. Inhale for length, exhale, folding forward, half pigeon. Deep breaths there. And then rolling around, just taking a moment in child's pose. Deep breath there. And then from there, walking the hands back towards the knees. Let's just circle the wrists a little. Take some water if you need, have a little break, pause the video, then come back into it. We're going to come into crow pose, because what would be an animal flow without a crow? All right, give the wrists a shake. And it's not far to go, but let's bear crawl to the front of the mat. So just crawling forward. From here, options. Everyone spreading their hands nice and wide. If you know where to go, go straight there. Otherwise, fingers nice and wide. Index and middle finger like the number 11s. Set the hands down about shoulder width or a little bit wider. Wrap the elbows in, drawing in through the core. Feet are on the balls of the feet. Walk towards the hands. From here, first option is literally just to bend the elbows and just rock back and forth, because we want to work on that strength, particularly through the triceps, the shoulders, and the core. If you've got that, second option is bringing the knees towards the back of the arms, taking one foot off, then the other foot off. If you've got that, last option, remember to really fix your gaze just a little bit in front of you on the mat. Take one foot off, take the other foot off. Let's hold for 5 breaths. Really pressing into those hands, lifting up through the belly, and coming out of it. You're welcome to take one more if you like, but I think for now we'll move on. So let's just bear crawl to the back of the mat. Again, not far to go. Take the knees a little wider, reach the arms long. Take a couple of breaths there. And now let's give our spines a little bit of love. We'll take striking cobra. So just imagine that beautiful cobra striking and slithering along. Chest comes through, arching through the back. Either stay here or pressing up, pull back, coming to child's pose. Let's take 3 more. Coming through, elbows wide, chest comes through, lifting up, pulling back. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Finding that beautiful movement of the cobra. Pull back. And then from there, walk the hands in. Let's take camel. Working on that back flexibility. Tuck the toes under, either one hand to the lower back, lift the other arm, and then just find that arch through the upper and mid back rather than just the lower back. And then you can change sides. If you've got that, reaching the hand down to the ankle, chest comes through. And if you've got that and you've got the range, take 2 hands to the ankles, really press the heart through. Breathe. I'm not sure why this one's called camel. If someone knows, please let me know in the comments. If you need to change sides, please swap over. And then when you're ready, draw the chin in, draw the hands up to the lower back, and let's come to child's pose just to stretch our backs out the other way. And now let's stretch deeper into the lower body. We'll come to dragonfly, taking the legs wide, so either just a wide V, or if you've got the range, coming to where feels good for you. So pushing to your edge, but no further. We want to be able to release and relax and lengthen the muscles without forcing them to do so. So inhale, and then exhale, walking the hands forward, dropping into the stretch. And while you're there, maybe just do a little bit of a body scan just to see if there's tension in any areas that you can release, whether that's around the hips, maybe the upper body, or even through the jaw. And then let's walk the hands back up. Let's bring in a side stretch. Take the right hand next to the calf. Reach the arm over. Inhale, exhale. Fingertips reaching for the side wall. Just staying with the breath. Allowing the breath to travel through the whole body. Pressing up. Let's take the other side. Placing the left hand down, reaching the right arm over. Finding that glorious stretch through the side of the body. Coming back up, drawing the legs in nice and gently. Maybe just drop them in, just giving the thigh bones a chance to relax the other way. And then rolling down onto the mat, we'll come to reclined pigeon. So just taking the right leg across, reaching the hands through, taking the back of the thigh of the left leg or the top of the shin. Draw the leg down towards you. Enjoying that stretch through the outside of the hip. No tension through the chest or shoulders, just check. Really starting to slow down now. It's quite intense, those sequences in the middle of class. So let's start to really slow down, but making sure to stay anchored here in the present. And we'll come to a hamstring stretch. Drop the left foot down, stretch the right leg high, either taking the back of the thigh or the calf or the foot. And if you've got the range, it's in your practice, stretch the left leg long. Just dropping in, feeling the benefits of that glorious hamstring stretch. Sending the breath right down the leg, right down to the toes. And then bending the knee, let's come straight into a twist. Taking the leg across the body, finding the twist that serves you. And I'll stay with the animal theme by taking cat pulling tail. So for that, take the outside of the foot, take the left foot with the other hand, turning the head. Just really giving your body time here to relax into the stretch. There's no point rushing it. Our bodies and our muscles, tissues need time to really relax in stretches. And then coming back through the center. Let's take the other side. Left ankle comes over, right hands take the back of the right thigh or the shin, draw the knee down towards you. Again, no tension through the chest or shoulders. And we'll come to our hamstring stretch. Right foot drops down. Find the hand position that works for you with the left leg. Draw it down towards you. Stretch the right leg long if that's for you. And remember that our body is asymmetrical, so you can't expect one side to be exactly the same as the other. So just respect it, respect what each side needs. Just staying with slow, steady breaths, which let the muscles know it's okay to relax and to stretch. And let's come into our twist. Bending the knee, take it across the body, finding the option that's right for you today. And settling into it. And then coming back through center, let's finish off with happy baby. Take the hands behind the knees, the lower legs, or maybe peace fingers to the big toes. Draw the knees down towards the armpits. And really keep this one lovely and relaxing. And to finish off our animal flow today, I'm going to take meditation in extended butterfly. However, you're welcome to take any position that feels right for you. Take the hands wherever feels good. And once you've found the position you can find complete relaxation, let's just settle in and find inner and outer stillness. Just taking a few moments just to observe the breath flowing in and then out the body. Just like the gentle waves rolling in and then back out to the ocean. Thanks so much for joining me for our animal-inspired yoga flow today. I've enjoyed the class. I hope you have too. I will leave you here today, and I'll see you soon. Namaste. Thank you for practicing yoga with me. Remember to subscribe, like this video and leave me a comment, and please share it with your friends so we can continue to spread the positive energy through yoga.